Hey everyone, this is IMAXNation1980 here with, I believe this is part 8 of my thoughts on the future of animation. Now moving on to Blue Sky. Now, Blue Sky has a couple films in the works. Coming out next summer is Ice Age Continental Drift. It's coming out July 13th, 2012, and, you know, so what? It's kind of like Shrek. If this series is what's funding, original projects at Blue Sky, then that's fine. For some reason, Ice Age is insanely popular overseas. I don't know why. Because the previous one, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, made just only $1 million more than its predecessor. And when you look at 3D ticket prices and inflation, the attendance was lower than that of Ice Age The Meltdown. But worldwide, it grossed $886 million, and it has the highest overseas total for an animated film, with Toy Story 3 in second place, I believe. I could be dead wrong on that, though. After Ice Age Continental Drift, there's a movie called Leaf Men coming out May 17, 2013. All I know is that Chris Wedge is going to be directing it, and this is the first time he's directed a Blue Sky animation since Robots, which came out way back in 2005. Leafmen is about an army of bugs. They summon mythical creatures known as the Leafmen to help them protect their garden from an evil spider queen, and it's based on a book by William Joyce, who's the same person who wrote A Day with Wilbur Robinson, which of course Disney adapted into Meet the Robinsons, and The Guardians of Childhood, which DreamWorks is adapting into Rise of the Guardians. So yeah, could be good. Could be a fun movie. Reminds me of A Bug's Life and Ants, but it doesn't matter. It could still be a really good film. When's the last time we got a bug movie in computer animation or animation in general? And no, that doesn't count like, small release films like, I don't know, 2008's Fly Me to the Moon or whatever. Could be good. Could be a pretty cool movie. Fun for kids and adults. Also, Blue Sky has announced that they were, a while ago, that they were going to do a movie based on the game Spore. I've never played Spore, but I know what it's about. It's the creature creator and all that. A Spore movie could be interesting, but I don't know. I just don't like video game film adaptation, or computer game or whatever, film adaptations in general. I don't know. For some reason, they just don't work. Probably because, there's nothing more boring than, watching someone else play a game and you not being able to play it. Oh well, could be okay. Thing is, though, if Spore is a creature creator, then that's kind of hard because the whole point of Spore is to design your own creatures, but in the movie it's going to be creatures designed by, the team working on the movie. Unless they really pull some really cool marketing stunt where you could send your creatures from Spore to the studio and they'll use your designs in the film. They could do that, but I don't know. I don't see a Spore movie working. And they're also working on a movie called The Story of Ferdinand, which is of course based on Ferdinand the Bull. Otherwise, they don't have too many films in the works. They only announced a couple, and Blue Sky, they're a good studio. I respect them. And they're very good on keeping lower budgets for their films. I think Rio was like $90 million to produce, and yet the movie goes on to make, how much has it made so far? Like $450 million worldwide, maybe even more. Ice Age, of course, well, that only costs like $70 to $90 million to make, and it makes nearly $1 billion worldwide. I have a feeling Ice Age Continental Drift is going to make $1 billion too, because the 3D, because internationally 3D, is big, especially with, like Pirates of the Caribbean and Alice in Wonderland and such. Yeah, I have a feeling Ice Age 4 is probably going to be in the top 5 highest grossing animated films of all time. I still don't think it's going to beat Toy Story 3, though, because I see a really good-sized decrease here in the States, so it's going to make most of its money overseas. But, oh, well, whatever. So yeah, Blue Sky. Now, moving on to Illumination Entertainment. So as you all know, Illumination, they were the creators of Despicable Me and Hop, and they have a lot of projects in the works. their schedule isn't as big as DreamWorks' schedule, but still, it's pretty big. Coming out March 2nd, 2012 is Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, which should do good because, you know, Dr. Seuss movies always seem to do good unless it's a total train wreck like The Cat in the Hat. And that's coming out March 2nd, 2012. Should be good. And Despicable Me 2, of course, well, that was inevitable since the first one was such a breakout hit. I liked the first one. I know some thought it was derivative. I thought it was a little derivative, but it was still fun. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was just a lot of fun. It did borrow a bit from DreamWorks and Pixar, and as Rotten Tomatoes consensus said, a little bit of Looney Tunes. Yeah, there was a little bit of Looney Tunes in Despicable Me. So, yeah, Despicable Me 2 could be fun, but I don't really want a sequel. And watch, they'll probably make this into a big franchise like Shrek and Ice Age. I don't really want them to do that, but that's their choice. I mean, Universal was a much-needed hit for... Oh, did I just screw up my words there? Despicable Me was a much-needed hit for Universal after the bomb that was Land of the Lost. After that, they're working on Flanimals, Where's Waldo, The Addams Family, Curious George, an untitled cryptozoology project, and Pluto, an adaptation of a manga by Osamu Tezuka, who also created Jungle Emperor and also known as Kim of the White Lion to Americans, and Astro Boy and Phoenix. So that could be good. And Ugly Dolls and Gospel for Teens, and most of these are adaptations. The one that excites me the most is the Cryptozoology Project. Curious George, didn't they already do a Curious George movie back in 2006 that was hand-drawn? Well, apparently this one is going to be in both live action and CGI. Some of these are going to be like Hop. Same thing with Where's Waldo and the Pluto film. It's going to be hybrid between live action and CGI. Gospel for Teens reportedly is just going to be a live action film, though, so who knows? Illumination, they seem like a safe studio. You know, I mean, Despicable Me I enjoyed. I didn't see Hop. Hop was supposed to be horrible, but really fun if you're, really fun for kids, but I enjoyed Despicable Me. I thought it was a really fun movie. I even own the Blu-ray. I saw it in theaters, really enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, it was predictable, and it was derivative, and, it wasn't anything new, but I still enjoyed it because the humor was really good. It was really funny. Lots and lots of fun. But they seem to be kind of safe compared to Pixar and DreamWorks. They don't seem to be, a studio that's taking risks, so I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but the Addams Family movie is going to be directed by Tim Burton, so that could be good. And the Ugly Dolls film is based on the Ugly Doll toy franchise. I don't know how that's going to go over. Who knows? I can't say much about Illumination. They're up and coming, but they seem like a competent studio that may not take a lot of risks, but they know how to turn a profit, that's for sure. Alright, that's it for Blue Sky and Illumination. Now moving on to Sony Pictures Animation. And I haven't seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. The only films I've seen from them are Open Season and Surf's Up. Open Season was fun. Surf's Up was really good. I have yet to see Cloudy, and I don't plan on seeing the Smurfs, but their future looks okay. However, what excites me is that they've joined forces with Aardman Animations, and Arthur Christmas is coming out November 23rd of this year, and that looks great. After that, The Pirates, Band of Misfits, which is actually going to be Aardman's first claymation film since Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and it's nice to see, some stop-motion animated films from time to time, like Coraline and such, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's just great to see stop motion because stop motion is wonderful. It's too bad that they don't make too many stop motion films because they don't really catch on. I think Chicken Run was the only stop motion animation film that grossed over $100 million here in the United States. Oh well, The Pirates Band of Misfits looks pretty good. It's based on a book series, the Pirates in an Adventure with Scientists. Oh, my bad. The name of the book series is just simply The Pirates, and it's just based on the first book, In an Adventure with Scientists. That's the UK title of the film. But hopefully this film will, do well. It's also coming out in 3D, but I don't know. I don't think stop motion in 3D. I don't know. I mean, I saw Coraline in 3D, and actually the 3D in that film was pretty good. This was before the 3D boom started by Avatar. This was before that, so I'm guessing they, worked the 3D into the film. And it looks, I saw the trailer, you should check it out. It looks like a really fun film. It's basically, a co-production, either that or Sony Pictures Animation is just presenting it, and Aardman's doing all the work. But it looks like a really fun film, and, I just hope that when it comes out, I just hope audiences don't, ignore it and say, oh, it's a animated kiddie version of Pirates of the Caribbean. This movie is probably going to be better than all three of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. No offense to those who like Pirates of the Caribbean. I enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean, but this is based on a book series, so... But then again, it might be viewed as a cash-in on Pirates here in the States. I have a feeling it will do better in the UK, though, because Aardman is pretty popular over there from what I know. I remember hearing that Wallace and Gromit did very good over in the UK. So, yeah, who knows? It could be a small success, or maybe not. Hopefully, and it's being directed by Peter Lord, so that's good. Anyways, those two Aardman films should be interesting. Pirates Band of Misfits comes out March 30th, 2012. After that, Hotel Transylvania, which has been in development for quite a while. They've went through so many directors. Now they have Genndy Tartakovsky, who, of course, created Samurai Jack, so hopefully the film will have a very unique animation style, even though it's probably going to be in CGI. It comes out September 21st, 2012. After that, The Smurfs 2, August 2nd, 2013, of course. I mean, I remember back when they announced The Smurfs in 2005, and it was supposed to come out in 2008, and they kept saying, it's going to start a trilogy. Yeah, I guess, it makes money, so that's what they do. Then after that is The Familiars, which is coming out in 2014. And then after that, they just have a bunch of unscheduled titles that are just in development. There's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, which was inevitable given the success of the first film. Popeye, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Futuropolis, Make My Own Monster, Stefan Frank's Untitled Project, I guess he's the director of it. Munkle Trog, How to Survive a Garden Gnome Attack, that sounds interesting. Instant Karma, what, we got a movie based on the John Lennon song now? Chicken Hair, Harold and the Purple Crayon, How to Live Forever, and Secret Histories. I don't know much about these projects, but it's kind of like DreamWorks' upcoming slate. A ton of projects in development. I mean, some of these are adaptations too. I wonder what a CGI Popeye movie will be like. I remember they did a direct-to-video one back in 2004, but that was poorly animated from what I remember. They already brought Popeye to the big screen in 1980, so maybe this one could be an okay flick. I mean, they've been reviving all these retro cartoons and such. I mean, come on. Come up with something new. Stop bringing up something out of the past. Anyways, I love Popeye. Of course, classic. So maybe if the trailer impresses me, maybe I'll go check it out. Oh well, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Now, I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 when I was younger, and I don't know, this could be interesting. I mean, I'd like to see a Zoo Tycoon movie where the zookeeper is a psychopath who decides to let all the animals out of their cages. Nah, I'm just kidding. That would be horrible, actually. Of course, I always loved playing Zoo Tycoon. That would make an interesting movie. Oh well, running out of time here. See you in Part 9, Cymax Nation 1980, signing off.